Self-defense is a constitutional right. Self-determination is not a crime, but a right under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and customary international law. Therefore, I make no apologies for pursuing Biafra relentlessly and determinedly. It can never stop. Those who underestimate our resolve do so at their own peril. As I've said before, we are not alive, we are dead already. When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do. From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be avenged. If you kill a Biafran, you will be killed. No matter who you are, we will keep pursuing you until you die. You have no peace and you have no rest. I'm saying it on video that the whole world may understand. In 1966, the world kept quiet as Biafrans were slaughtered in their numbers, 300,000 in the north. 67 to 70, over 3.5 million people were killed. Nobody stood trial for it. Rwanda lost less than 100,000 people. ICC and international courts were convened to try those who were responsible, or should I say, those who were culpable. The same thing in Liberia. But because you killed us between 66 and 1970 and nothing happened, and from 1945 to 1966 and nothing happened, that was the reason, or should I say, that is the reason why the Fulanis will keep coming to kill us on a daily basis. Right now, from this day onwards, if you kill us, we are going to kill you. The men are ready. They have come to defend Biafra land, not to separate from Nigeria, no. We are going to accomplish that via a referendum. But if you come to our villages now to rape our mothers or abduct our sisters, you will die in the process. Any governor found aiding any of these people or giving our land to Fulani Janjaweed will be in trouble with us. Let me make one thing abundantly clear to all of you listening. We have resolved to die for what we believe in. And our belief is simple, very, very simple, that we are going to defend the land of Biafra with all our might. Not in pursuit of secession, as the idiots would say, but in pursuit of the defense of our land so that our mothers can go to the farm without the risk of being raped and torn to pieces. Some of you saw what happened at Uli. How a very beautiful young Biafran lady went to the farm and never came back. She was not only raped, her body was mutilated, cut into pieces and strewn all across her farmland. None of you did anything. Anambra State governor did nothing. Instead, he went along to appoint the same people that committed such heinous crime against the land itself into his cabinet. These are the idiots we are having to contend with in the land of Biafra. And we are saying enough is enough. Biafran territory. Allow me to repeat, because some of you are not educated enough to understand what we are saying. I am addressing this to the Fulani Janjaweed. Allow me to repeat. The Eastern Security Network is there to safeguard our land, to stop Fulani terrorists from Mali, from Gambia, from coming into our land to kill us. Our mothers must return to their farms, and our daughters must be able to move about very, very freely. The only way out of the mess people are in Nigeria is that people should stop talking and doing the work necessary to free everybody from this Fulani-inspired bondage. Today, people died, or should I say a lawmaker was killed in Yorubaland. This same day, today, in Benue State, 4 people were killed. Even in Katsina, young boys were abducted, and girls, as a matter of fact, from the dormitories. That is the level of insecurity in Nigeria, and people are dying on a daily basis. Are you going to sit down, just lament, talk about it, and nothing happens? Or are you going to join us to ensure that this reign of Fulani terrorism and insecurity is brought to an end?
Scores of Boko Haram members were intercepted in Oyo State. This is not the first time, the second time, as it's been rumored that they are infiltrating the southwestern region to unleash mayhem. About 1,000 of them were also nabbed in Osun State, having a common boundary with Oyo State and every other southwestern state. What is the security implication of this? This is no longer news. They are fully invading the Yoruba land for the exclusive conquest. Your take on this development?
Oh well, my take on it has always been same. Uh, we are in trouble. Obviously, we are in trouble. The Fulani is relentless as far as their mission to Fulanize and Islamize every part of Nigeria is concerned. And you can see that they are very powerful. You can see that someone somewhere is funding them. But what I stand to say once again is that Aboriginals should rise up and defend their land. Self-defense must be applied at this point in time because the Nigerian project has failed. Nigeria, as it were, the government of this country has failed in providing maximum security for the citizens of this country. And it has come to a point where the citizens themselves have got to defend themselves. And that is it. Because like these guys have defied all available government security means. And so you see, the police cannot match them. The army is not there. The air force is not used. Navy is not there. Other security apparatus seem to have failed to catch up with these people. So up to the people to defend themselves.
Now, unfortunately, most of them escaped, while few of them were nabbed. What is the implication of those who escaped with their armed ammunitions and the rest of them? What they poses to the southwest, if the Amateku could not meet or match them, what would happen to the population of the southwestern region?
Oh well, Amotekun alone cannot handle the situation. The central defense setup, the central security setup that Nigeria has is the only thing that can try, is the only one that can try. Amoteku is not as equipped as this Boko Haram people, as this Fulani people. You understand? So Amoteku cannot match them. If Amoteku can catch 5, then what about hundreds and thousands that have had their way and settled in some dangerous points to unleash, their mayhem on the people? So, for me, it is evidence of the failure of the Nigerian state and its security apparatus. That is it.
Some security personnel has cried out that they were not allowed to confront the Boko Haram, even when they declare aggressive attack, onslaught on the Boko Haram. They will be constrained by the commanders, asking them to stop shooting and retreat.
Now, a Yoruba man is the president and commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. And his father's land is being taken over. If he, for the sake of his political career, will allow his father's land to be taken over by these fugitives, then he is a shame to behold. I'm talking about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There should now be an obvious and aggressive defense of the Yorubaland from these perpetrators of mayhem, from these land grabbers. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of this country, should, as the commander-in-chief, stop this mess, or this mess will stop him and his people.
I think he has spoken loud and clear through the DSS boss that every community should defend themselves. They should stop waiting for the military DSS to cover the remote communities.
Fine.
Do we expect any other magic
Oh
from
yes,
him?
oh yes. Now you said commanders would they stop their men from attacking? Who are those commanders? Are those commanders more than the commander himself, the president? Of course, no. The president should find out who those commanders are, what tribes they are from. Anyway, we know such things happen, but why should it be happening? Even now that the Yoruba man is the president and his land is being taken over. So the president should be up and doing. We know he is a Maradona when it comes to politics, but what about security? For me, the president is failing in the area of security. He's a political genius, yes, but I keep saying it, an elder cannot be in the house and goat die in the room. Otherwise, he will be proven to be an irresponsible elder. If the president allows these people to take over the Southwest, then he has failed. That is where I stand.
Can we consider to regard Fulanis as fugitives? I mean, better put, why they are dominating the Nigerian state, becoming a potential threat to the entire aborigines or the ethnic nationalities that forms Nigeria.
It didn't start today. It did not start today. Decades passed. Their father, Putman Damfudio, started it. Entered into the midst of the Hausas. The Hausas accommodated him, welcomed him, accepted him. He penetrated in them, taking over the north now. He also penetrated through the Yorubaland, but now consolidating and taking over. He's also trying to pass through Ebonyi State to enter Iboland. You understand? So our fathers in the past are to blame. Now, this present generation is not expected to make the same mistake the fathers of the past. Because these people work like, how do I say it? Oil that drops on the ground and begins to spread smoothly. But everyone knows their mission. And everyone knows that their mission is not good. Everyone knows that their mission spells doom for Aboriginals. Why watch them penetrate? Why allow them do their bit while our supposed elders are busy playing selfish politics? That's too bad. The president should rise up. The president himself should rise up. Because everything that has to do with the security of life and property in this country is on the table of the president. So if you call Fulanis fugitives, if you call them land grabbers, if you call them murderers, if you call them fanatics, you are correct. Because all is found in them. And it's too bad and totally unacceptable.
But unfortunately, not all of them, but it seems they have been generalized because of the silence of those who might be allegedly innocent of the happenings.
Fulani is Fulani, no matter who he is. It's either he's directly involved or indirectly involved. The football club are the 11 players seen on the field. But the supporters who clap, sing, and dance play vital role to the winning of the game by those 11 men on the pitch. And so both those 11 men and their supporters form the team. You understand? So a Fulani is a Fulani. Whether he's one of those that carried gun, or one of those that sponsors, or one of them that supports. All are just saying.